Everybody's waiting for us to talk about Star Wars. That's all people care about.
My favorite.
You went to Disneyland and Star Wars is brand new, and you're not even going to tell us about that? I was going to tell you about that. I wasn't sure if we were going to go over to Star Wars Land because we just didn't know if we'd have enough time. It's not even called Star Wars Land. It's called Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, so I looked on the little app and I saw, oh, these wait times are not that bad, or it's at least go and see the place. Maybe we won't ride it, but we'll go see. And the ride...
Except me, because I don't care, so...
Oh, except Jesse, because he doesn't care about Star Wars. If you've been watching any of our videos, eventually you would learn that. So what'd you do instead of Star Wars? What did you even do?
I just kind of walked around. Yeah, so I rode on the Matterhorn. At the end of the ride, like, when we were about to get off, all of a sudden they moved our track, and then another coaster got off.
That's not normal.
Yeah, and then they're like, "You guys just want to go on again?" And we were like, "Oh, okay." And then like, "All right, here we go." And so I just went on twice.
Isn't that special?
Yeah, 2 times. That's what I did anyway.
Well, that's cool. I went to Star Wars Land. That's what I was saying. I was getting to that. And we were going to go on the Millennium Falcon ride, which is not even called that. It's called Smuggler's Run. So we went up and we measured Peter to make sure he was tall enough. And his little fro hairs were just touching the bar like this. And I was like, hey, his hair is tall enough. Haha. And the guy's like, oh, keep drinking your blue milk, kid. And I was like, really? He's like half an inch too short. I didn't say this. My eyes said this. He's half an inch too short. You're not going to let him on? Fine. Also, if you have a kid, you can do ride swap. So one person waits in the line, and the next person goes in the single rider. I think that's how it works anyway. So that's what we did. Whatever. So I went first, and I just said, is there a single rider line? And he says, yeah, it's over there. And I looked, and I don't see any sign that says single rider. I see a sign that looks like it says exit, but I can't read whatever Star Wars language this is. So I just walk in there, and I keep walking straight through the whole thing. And I see the line, but I'm not in it, and I just keep walking all the way through. There's nobody there at all, and I get right into the front where you get up into a group. There was 2 teen girls, there was a mom, a dad, and like an 8-year-old boy. The girls were not with them, right? So I just joined in their group, and we got almost immediately right on. We all get our jobs, and as we're walking in to get onto the ship area, or the what is that called? The cockpit. We're going to get in there, and the mom whispers to me, like, can you be the pilot? Because, like, I went on this before, and he was the pilot, her son, and he just crashed us. It was terrible. It was no fun at all. And then the lady says, all right, who's the pilot? And the kid says, me, I'm going to fly me. And I was like, oh, I don't really care. So he flew, and the mom was like, he's going to crash us again. So we get in, and then they get us off. Something was wrong. I don't know. So we got off. And then we get back in again. Okay, one thing was... there's like the character that talks to you and tells you, you know, what you're doing. Mm-hmm. They should just pay Harrison Ford whatever the man wants to get him to do it. Because I don't know who this other guy is. He's not the pilot of the Millennium Falcon. It's supposed to be Harrison Ford. and I don't know. So they got this other guy. So it takes off and it looks good and we're like flying through space and I didn't really know what it was going to be, but I was hoping that there used to be a ride called, I don't know, Escape to Mars or Mission Mars, where you felt the G-forces of like, I don't know, the ride was spinning so that you're like squished back, but you're looking at the screen so it looks like you're flying into space.
Okay.
I was really expecting that and kind of hoping that. So when that didn't happen, it was like, oh, we're doing Star Tours again, but it's more interactive this time. I can fire the laser. So I was firing the laser, and it was fun. And it was cool. We're flying off, and then everything goes dark, and for a second, I was like, that's not right, because I was looking at the grounds now. I'm looking at nothing. And it was apparent that the ride broke. The character came on and said, like, oh, there's been some technical difficulties. I'm working on it. Just stay... Like, they prepared for it to break. And then we sat there and waited. And the dad said something about, I guess we're lost in space now. And I said, like, this is probably more realistic than the actual ride. This is probably what it is like to be in a spaceship. It's just dark and not a lot of sound.
Way to make the most of it.
Yeah. So I was enjoying it, actually. The mom was getting a little irritated. Finally, after what seemed like an hour, it was probably like 8 minutes or 10 minutes or so, the back door opened and the lady said like, "Hey, how was your flight?" And the mom spins around and goes, "It broke." And I was like, "Oh, I know where her kid gets it now." We all got off. She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, come with me. We'll get on a one that's not broken. I'm sorry." The mom says to Dad, like, "We are gonna get a fast pass for this. This is ridiculous. I cannot believe it." She takes us down the hall, and this is cool too. Like, we're going down the hallways of the Millennium Falcon, and everything looks just right. And we're getting in an elevator, and then we're going down another hall, and there's no one there but us. Like, this is the cool part. Like, we're just wandering the ship alone. We go into the room again, where they're gonna load you onto your cockpit area, and the mom goes up to this lady and says like, "You are gonna give us a fast pass or something. I can't believe we were wasting so much of our time." The lady says, "Oh, I apologize again. Like, I'm bringing you right to the front. You don't have to wait at all. We're gonna get right back on." She says, "You're gonna give us a fast pass, right?" "Well, no, you don't need a fast pass. You're getting right in the front." And I knew what she meant. She wants a fast pass for something else.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the power to do that. Like, you can't just, they're not magic. I mean, not really magic. You can't just make something appear. Like, anyway, so I went and stood over there with the girls that were on our team. I just like standing over there with them. And then another guy comes up to see what was wrong. He's like, "Hey, how can I help?" "Excuse me, I was talking to her." And then someone else came to take us to our ride again. And she's like still yelling at her. And I was really hoping that Mom would just miss the next ride, but she didn't. We all got in our same places. Kid made sure he was the pilot again. We gotta be on. Yeah. Starts up again. It works just fine. And the mom was not even firing her lasers, okay? Like, she's got on her phone. I don't know if she's writing a Yelp review for Disneyland or something, but she was angrily typing and just like so annoyed as we're like flying through space. She's just texting.
Wow.
And she missed the whole ride. And I was trying to get into it and have fun, like flipping all the switches. They don't do anything. I'm just flipping switches like, "We gotta shoot the thing, kid. Like, come on, let's do it." And he's just like, "I want to fly it." Crashes us.
So if you suck at the ride, you
crashed,
really just like lose, and
no
one has a fun time if you mess up.
No, I don't think that's the thing. I think it's going to be, 10 minutes or however long the ride is, no matter what. Like, even if you crash, it's still going to keep going.
You'll just get a different kind of
You'll just get a different experience, like you're dragging the ship along the ground instead of, flying through space or whatever, which is what we did. Hi! Obviously, Star Wars Land is another option if you want to go completely the other way away from the Pixar Pier. Peter, what did you think about Star Wars? Do you like Star Wars Land? Galaxy's Edge? No? You like Pixar better? Yes, you do? What about this? The blue smoothie. Was that yummy? Let's show the camera. Let me try. How was it, Mommy?
It was okay.
It was okay? Did yours break?
No, I was a pilot.
You were the pilot? That's cool. The little boy really, really wanted to be the pilot and threw a fit until his mom switched him. So, and then his mom got all mad about other stuff. That's what happened on ours. It broke. Not yours? You were the pilot?
No, everyone wasn't as fun as I thought it would
Nobody
be.
was fun?
No, everyone was like, ugh.
Okay, the mom was also on her phone instead of pushing her gun.
That stinks.
And then she was mad, so... But did you crash or did you
No,
make
we
it?
made it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
No.
you guys like...
No, we crashed it.
Oh.
No, and it also broke.
Like the physical thing?
Yeah, the ride actually did break.
Oh, no, we made it all. I was a pilot.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah. We got a smoothie.
Ooh, yummy.
Do you want to try some?
Is it good?
Yeah, try some.
Ooh, that is yummy. Good, I like it.
Peter said he wanted to go home because he doesn't like Star Wars. It's scary. The land. But it's not that scary anymore.
It's okay. Well, how about we go to Cars Land
Yeah,
instead?
it's good. Let's go find cars.
Let's go find cars. You want to do that? Yeah.
There was a lot of hype about Star Wars Land, and it is really cool. And I am a Star Wars fan, and I enjoyed most of it, except for that family. Goodness gracious. I was really hoping that the Smuggler's Run ride would be a little bit faster and like more exciting. And then we went on Space Mountain, and that was Star Wars themed Hyperspace Mountain, and that was cool, man. Like that was one of my favorite
Yeah.
rides. Like
It's funny because like my parents told me when they went to Disney World like years ago, they went on Space Mountain. Well, they didn't think it was cool. It was too much for them, I guess. My parents aren't thrill ride people. And so I remember as a kid them telling, like, almost like, heed my, warning. Like, they're like, oh man, like, we regretted it so much afterwards. It was just so, like, it was
disorienting.
It was like, oh man, it was the worst. They said it was just the worst. So for years, I also wasn't a thrill ride person. And so, like, that was just another reason to never go on,
Yeah.
So when we went to like Disney World and by then though I did go on roller coasters already because like we went to Knott's Berry Farm and I finally rode a bunch of roller coasters. So I know now I can do it, but that one still kind of scared me. I was like, man, like
Because of the warning.
like is that one too much? I don't know. I'm scared.
The warning echoed.
And then
Space Mountain.
beware, it was the worst ever. Nope, we went on it and it was cool. Like
It's very cool.
that one does kind of throw you around a lot, but
That was what Smuggler's Run should have been. Is a fast roller coaster and you see the ships flying past you and shooting at you. That was cool.
it was cool.
I wish I could have done that one twice. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Not long enough, I think, a day. You get a lot done, a lot more than you think, but still not enough, really. And after all that adventure, the plaque only got one huge dent and one big scratch. So totally worth it.
Was it though? I was
it?
really upset.